What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? It's you yawn. You breathe in, fill up your chest, reach up, exhale. Feels so good. It's natural. It's what we do. Have you ever seen a dog or a cat wake up in the morning? What do? The exact same thing. They stretch. They yawn. This is what I call a full body stretch or a connective tissue stretch. Oftentimes when we think about stretching, we think about just isolating specific muscles. All right, we got a quad stretch. We got a hamstring stretch. We got a tricep stretch, right? But in order to warm up the whole body, it takes too long to isolate all the muscles. That's more for rehab, right? What we want to do is we want to stimulate the whole body. So we need to do a whole body stretch. When we do a whole body stretch, we're not specifically working on muscles, but what we're working on is connective tissue. Connective tissue is our ligaments, it's our tendons, but it's also our fascial tissue. And our fascial tissue surrounds each muscle. And not only does it surround each muscle, it surrounds adjacent muscles. And not only does it surround those adjacent muscles, it goes and it wraps around all your organs. So connective tissue is basically everywhere. It helps the body communicate. It transfers force when a muscle contracts. I like to think of the body as a sheet, right? And so when you're trying to straighten out a sheet, what do? You don't go in and you try to pull apart each wrinkle, right? You grab the corners of the sheet and you pull. And that will create lines of tension through the sheet and stretch it out. That's similar to what you're doing when you're yawning in the morning. You're breathing in and you're stretching, right? You're pulling either from the fingertips or you're pulling from the neck. Also, what do you notice when you stretch? You breathe into your abdomen, your chest, and you reach up. The chest is really where we lose a lot of our coordination. So when we do these stretches, we want to feel tension throughout the whole body. So if I'm stretching the arm, I want to feel the tension in the arm. I want to feel it transfer through the chest, and I want you to feel it down through the leg. The way that you build that connection is by filling this area with air that builds the tension. So the next thing that we do is we haven't really focused on muscle contractions yet. So what you notice is when you yawn is that you tighten your whole body and then you relax. The coordination of tension and relaxation is really what optimizes motion, right? If you're trying to run a race and you're tight the whole time, it doesn't work really well. If you're loose the whole time, it doesn't work really well. When we warm up, we need to build coordination. We need to relax when we can relax, and we need to tighten when we can tighten. So, as you breathe in, fill up, contract, and then exhale, and relax. There's 3 motions that I'll show you that we'll do. There's the yawn, there's the sigh, and then there's the circle. So let's focus on the yawning. It looks like this. You breathe in, filling up the abdomen, filling up the chest, turning the palms out, and then exhale. Go side to side. When you do this, you should feel tension either by reaching with the arms, feeling tension down the side, or you'll feel tension in the front as you reach back. We're trying to build, you want to feel, though, tension throughout the whole body. Back and forth. And then we'll take another deep breath. And we exhale. Taking the air out of the chest as you breathe, and then out of your abdomen while you bend down. Using the motion again to coordinate our motion, or coordinating our breath. So remember, we're not forgetting about breathing and movement coordination. What we're doing is we're adding contraction and relaxation. We're adding a breath hold and tension, and we're adding relaxation. It's basically a combination of a yawn and a sigh. Okay, so let's do a couple. Step out just a little bit wider. Take a breath in and exhale down. Letting your arms hang and letting your head hang. Don't hold your head up. We're trying to create that line of tension, okay? As you breathe in, because your abdomen is contracted, you should feel the breath filling up the lower back. When you're right here, as you breathe in, now you're filling up your chest, your arms naturally lift. You can't breathe in anymore. Rotate the palms and push up, tightening your quads, gripping your feet, leaning back, and then exhale. Breathe naturally. Where do you feel that tension in your body? Just breathe into it. Your hands should feel light. Your head should feel light. Okay, and breathe in. And exhale. As you let your hands drop, the air will come out of your chest. As you bend forward, the air is naturally pushed out of your waist. And you relax at the bottom. Now we need to build tension. So breathe in. And stretch. And sigh, swinging back and forth. Noticing where you feel the tension. Do you feel tension in the neck? Do you feel tension when you come to the side? Breathe into your lower back just to relieve that stress. Also, you should notice that your hands and your head begin to fill with blood. You should feel this heaviness. Okay, so let's breathe in. Up. Contract the whole body. Exhale. As you reach, again, you're trying to push down and push up. Create tension through the whole body. If you have neck issues, you could stretch the neck, going side to side, feeling that tension. Breathe in and exhale. Last time. Side to side. The major places that people have pain is low back and the quadratus lumborum. But these areas coordinate to the neck. So what we want to do is when we're hanging over is you actually want to create tension into the neck. If you feel pain in the neck, if you release that pain in the neck, it'll help your lower back pain. All right, so we did the front, we did the back, we did the yawning, and we did the signs. So now let's coordinate the body. The front of the body is where we get all our nutrition. And development of the back of our body, like a baby, first they lift their head, then they stand up. That's where we start to build our motion. The sides of our body is where we start to make decisions. It's the coordination between the left and the right. It's how we start to walk. So we also need to work on the sides of our bodies. So same sort of thing. I'll show it to you, and then we can talk about it. So from down at the bottom, we begin to circle up. So you take a step out a little bit wider, and you breathe in, coordinating our motion with our breath, rotating the waist. You can feel a little stretch here. Contract. Feeling the QL, or not the QL, it's the psoas stretch. Hold your breath, rotate, and exhale. So if this was our yawn, and this was our sigh, now we're just doing a yawn. Here's our yawn, and here's our sigh. Coordinating our breath, breathing in, contract, exhale. Other direction, breathing in. Exhale. Breathing in. Exhale. Coming back up to neutral. Not only are we coordinating our breath with our motion, not only are we stretching our whole body, we're building a system with integrity. As you contract and bend back and you tighten, you're coordinating support of the back and the spine. As you exhale and stretch, you're coordinating relaxation of the spine. We're building balance in the body while we're warming it up.